Hey yogis, hope you're having a great day so far today. My name is Chloe and I couldn't be more excited and happy to be here. I've really been wanting to take my classes more online and it's just so good to see you. Welcome. Today's class is a 60-minute Power Vinyasa class. Now I want this class to be for all levels, all bodies, and so if you are working with any kind of injuries or you need to modify or even sit a posture out, that is totally fine. I do have one yoga block with me today, and you can feel free to grab a block or two. It's optional, but these are really going to be great for those more twisty and revolved variations, and I'll let you know how to use those along the way. And you might also want to grab a blanket if you have sensitive knees, or a bolster, okay? I want you to feel right at home and make yourself comfortable. So whatever you need to get started. And we will begin in a comfortable seat. So just find the center of your mat. Even out your sit bones into the earth. Sitting up nice and tall. Allow your spine to be spacious and bring your shoulders over your hips. And as you're ready and you're getting settled, begin to close your eyes or just find a soft and easy gaze. Take a moment to fully arrive in your body, inside the safety of your own container. And take a slow, smooth inhale through your nose, inviting some space. As you exhale all the air out, perhaps a sigh. Again, just like that, inhale nice and slow. Exhale, big open mouth sigh. Gently seal your lips together now. And just sense the natural rhythm of your breath. Take some inhales and exhales out of your nose. Noticing the quality, the pace your breath is flowing today. Can you sense your inhales expanding and flowing into your exhales? Without controlling your breath just yet. Notice how it feels to be able to really be with this breath. It's part of the experience. Our breath feeds every single cell in our bodies. Breathing effortlessly. Scanning your body mentally up and down. Keep staying present with your breath. And I'll start with some weekly wisdom. This quote really spoke to me, and it's just kind of remembering that the one thing that we always have is time and choices. You get to decide where you give your time and your attention. Your time and energy are precious. Be intentional about focusing on the projects, people, and priorities that are truly deserving of your limited attention. Life will always try to pull you in different directions, and it's up to you to be intentional about what you sign up for. And as you move through your day today, take responsibility for what you say yes and no to. It's okay to say no to things that are not necessary right now, or that distracts you from what you feel in your heart is most important. You get to decide where you give your time and your attention. And right now, give Give that time and attention to yourself, to this moment, to this practice. And let yourself be here for the next hour, trying not to let the mind wander or get distracted to what's next or whatever happened before. If there's anything else you would like to flow with today, perhaps setting your own intention if that feels right. Bring that intention right to your heart. You can place your hands over your heart space. And we'll take another slow, deep breath in. Let the hands and the breath expand together. As you exhale, another big somatic sigh, letting go. Gently open up your eyes now. Relax your hands down on your lap. Take any movements that feel good right now. It could be just a little stretch of the shoulders, up, back, and down. Maybe you get into the neck and the head. Take about 30 seconds or so to just move, explore the different edges in your body. Start to notice if you're carrying any tension with you today, and see if you can allow yourself to let the movement soften and open up the body. In fact, maybe you might try this with your eyes soft or closed and really sense this free movement here, exploring all the different edges. What if we could just allow this yoga class to be an exploration, an inquiry of little tiny experiments? No expectations, just moving for you, wherever you're at. And now start to find center. You'll reach your arms up to the sky. Take a big reach up. Inhale. And then as you exhale, we'll twist to the right. Send your left hand over your right knee. Get really tall up through the spine. Lengthen crown of head up. As you exhale, see if you can try to twist a little further. Wrap your right ribs back. Breathe in. Lengthen crown of head tall. As you exhale, twist and hold. Keep your left hand on your knee and then reach your right arm over the ear. Get into a little bit of the side body. Relax your shoulders down. Anchor the right sit bone a little further. Inhale. And as you exhale, cross your right hand and bring it over to the left knee, crisscrossing the arms. Take another full breath in into the back space, the heart. Exhale, melt a little further. Drop your chin towards your chest. Come back to center. Arms reach up to sky. Maybe wiggle the fingers a little bit. I call these spirit fingers. Yeah, just awaken the hands. And then exhale, twist to the left. Take 2 long breaths here to sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, try to twist a little further. Wrap the left ribs back. 1 more breath in. Slow exhale to twist. Keep your hand on your knee. Release the left arm over your ear. If you notice any tension in the jaw, try to unclench the jaw muscles in the face. Inhale. And as you exhale, lower your hand to your knee, crisscross the arms and round. And this time you can walk your hands forward, maybe forehead to a block if that's available, and just soften. You might notice your hips getting a nice little stretch here. Now walk your hands towards your legs and then all the way back. Keep your fingertips facing forward. Start to lift the heart, the chest. If you want a little bit more hip stretching, you can keep the pressure of your palms down and then start to lift your hips up to the sky. Opening the shoulders, the chest. As you lift the heart, can you gaze up? Inhale. As you exhale, slowly descend the hips with control. Shake out your wrists if you need to. Reach your arms up, inhale. Exhale, tabletop position, folding forward or come to the side if you have sensitive knees. Any movements here that speak to you. I'm going to do some circles of my hips. You can find some cows and cats. Again, we're just exploring some movement, finding different pathways, different edges. Part of the vinyasa practice is just really being in the flow of experience, no matter what's going on. Keep staying present. All the sensations, head to toe. And let's find a child's pose. Bring your toes to touch, knees separate. Find a comfortable angle. If you want more hip stretching, bring those knees a little further apart. And for more low back stretching, knees together. And then walk your hands forward. Rest your forehead down as you soften the belly. Now is a good time to just check in. How are we doing? Now walking your hands over to the right, stay in your child's. You might cross left hand over right if that feels good. Get a nice deep stretch and really try to pull the right hip crease back as you anchor the left hip down. Breathe into that left side body. Inhale. Exhale, a long breath out, hold. Start to walk your hands to the left now. Hugging the left hip crease back, anchoring right hip down. Opening up the shoulders. Take another full breath in. And a slow exhale out. Good. Come to center with the hands. Tabletop position. Parallel your knees. Take a cow pose. Lower the belly. Lift the heart. Inhale. And downward facing dog. Tuck your toes. Send your hips up and away from your hands. Our first down dog together. Let's make sure that our feet are hips distance. Really spread out all 10 fingers. And you want your body to be in the shape of a pyramid. So really lift your hips up to the sky. And then let's invite a little bend in those knees. Try to lengthen the heels further down towards the mat. Tailbone lengthening and reaching upwards. Relax the crown of your head down. Maybe you shake your head yes and no a couple times, or pedal the feet, stretching out the calves. A few more breaths. Get settled here in your Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. And just start to find stillness here. Take a breath in. Exhale, another sigh. Walk your hands backwards towards your feet. You'll find a ragdoll, the back edge of your mat, feet hips distance. I like to measure by taking 2 fists in between the feet. And grab your opposite elbows, folding over your legs. Really try to relax the belly. If you feel you need to modify this, bring your forearms to the tops of your thighs halfway and find a little bend in your knees. You can add some sways side to side if that feels good. Just hanging with the gravity. And recenter your chest. Half lift. Bring your hands to your shin bones. Inhale, lengthen chest. Exhale, forward fold, round. Little bend in your knees. Rise to stand. Give yourself a couple shoulder rolls when you reach the top, up, back, and down. And Tadasana. Open the palms, fingertips down, standing up tall. Inhale. Let's remember our intention. Take it with you. Lengthen the chest. As you exhale, cactus the elbows. Open up the heart, your fourth chakra. It's that place of love, right? Compassion, kindness. Let's remember all of that. And then reach your arms up to the sky. Inhale, engage the core. As you exhale, palms to touch, little bend in the knees, forward fold. Half lift, inhale, lengthen. Try to flatten your back. As you exhale, walk into your high plank. Hold your high plank, draw your navel in, shoulders over wrists. Firm up your quads and legs. Shift forward, lean forward, inhale. With control, as you exhale, lower onto your belly. You might lower knees if you need to. Heavy your hips, untuck your toes, and really feel the tops of your toenails rooted to the mat. Bring your hands just a touch behind those shoulders so that your elbows and wrists are in line. Squeeze your elbows in towards your ribs. And then really firm up the legs so much so that your kneecaps lift and hover off the mat. Inhale, chin and chest lifts, baby cobra. Squeeze your shoulders towards each other, lengthen crown of head forward. Exhale, relax back down. 2 more like that. Inhale, chin and chest lifts. Can you squeeze your butt cheeks, inner thighs? Exhale, relax the forehead down. This time we hold our low cobra, chin and chest hovers, and maybe palms lift off. Good. If we want to add a little bit of heat here, start to reach your arms forward, lengthen tailbone, try to have a straight line, like you're flying like Superman. Good. And then as you exhale, draw those elbows back, squeeze the shoulders even more. 2 more like that. Inhale to stretch. Maybe back legs hover. Exhale, draw the elbows back. Keep your hips heavy. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, elbows back. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Start to bring the chest up. Kick, kick, kick. Inhale. And as you exhale, rest your right cheek down, palms up. Take a full breath in here. And a slow exhale. Rest your other cheek down. And just take that full breath, other side. Relaxing your lower back. Recenter your chest. Hands come back under shoulders. Push back to child's pose, stretch. And tabletop position. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, bring your hips back. Sun salutation A. Lift up those heels now. Inhale. Bend your knees, hips all the way back. As you exhale, make your way to forward fold at the top of the mat. You can walk or hop. Take a half lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Rise up, reach up, arms to sky, big reach. Maybe a back bend at the top if that feels good. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, hands down, plank pose. Hold your high plank for your inhale, shift forward. Now exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale to low cobra, belly down, heart lifts. Exhale, come up to your knees, tabletop. Breathe in. Downward facing dog, hips away from the hands. Settle here, soften those heels. Lift up your heels now, inhale. Second round, bend your knees, hips back. Exhale, forward fold, walk or hop. Take a half lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Rise up to stand, mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plank pose. Hold your high plank, lean forward, shift forward, shoulders over wrists. Breathe in. Chaturanga, lower halfway, exhale. Upward facing dog next. Untuck the toes. Inhale. Let's lengthen. Open up the heart. Roll those shoulders down the back. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Hips back. Take a full breath in. And another sigh, letting go. Just a reminder, yogis, if you need to modify your chaturangas or your sun salutation A's, you can lower knees, maybe take some cows and cats to modify. Or I like to say, when in doubt, plank it out and just hold your plank, come straight to down dog, or just skip it all together, okay? One more round. Lift up your heels, breathe in. Bend your knees, hips back. Exhale, forward fold, walk or hop. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Rise up, reach up, arms to sky, breathe in. Adding chair pose as you exhale, bend both of your knees. Inhale to rise, cactus the elbows, open up the heart. Inhale, reach up. And so nice we do it twice. Back to chair, bend your knees. Let's try to sit a little bit deeper this time. Can you bring your weight towards your heels and try to kiss your knees together so the inner thighs are working. Lengthen your torso, tailbone reaching away from the crown of your head. Spin your pinky fingers in, engage your tricep muscles. Breathe in. Now as you exhale, bring the arms back. Fly here into your airplane. Option to lift your heels up, find your balance and hover. Can you lower hips just an inch lower and try to gaze just a couple feet in front of your toes. Stay for one more inhale. And exhale, forward fold, let it go. Half lift, breathe in. Ball squat, hands down, bend your knees. Fold your chin towards your chest. Really just tuck the tailbone under as you curl. I like to think of a tortoise just folding into its shell. And now you can stay here, yogis, or let's take a toe stand next. Track your knees forward, and then eventually those hands will come into prayer. You'll find your balance, really stacking the joints, shoulders over hips. Steady gaze, and maybe you dare to close your eyes. I don't know. See what that feels like. Might be a little scary at first, but you also might surprise yourself. Nice. Open your eyes if they were closed. Reach your hands forward. Inhale. And then we'll rise up all the way to stand. See if you can stay on your tippy toes, arms to sky. Inhale. Long spine. And exhale to Tadasana. Whew, take a full breath in here. Sigh it all out. We're going to flow some more. Reach your arms up. Inhale. Cactus the elbows. Shine that heart. Inhale, reach up. Uttanasana, forward fold. Exhale. Half lift, inhale. Vinyasa, step back or hop back. If you're hopping back, try to hop back at the same time you bend your elbows. Come in through your up dog as you inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale, pause. Right leg to sky now. Three-legged dog. Inhale. Bend your knees, stack open your hip. Let's move into some circles, in and out, for a breath. Just exploring the hips, the flexors. Find a nice release. Keep the pressure down through your palms. Now square the hips, three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, knee curls in towards your nose. Contract your belly, try to kiss the knee. Inhale, right leg to sky. Exhale, right knee, left arm, hold. Inhale, right leg to sky. Exhale, right knee, right arm, hold. Shoulders over wrists. Inhale, right leg to sky. Exhale, step forward, right foot by right thumb. Low lunge, set your left knee down. Rise up, lift your chest. Here's where you can find yoga blocks, maybe two hands to blocks. And then let's wiggle our front toes a little bit more forward and to the right. And adding a little bit of movement here, pulsing front and back. So waking up our hips. And then just finding stillness. Pause here. Start to cactus the elbows. And then lower your palms down. Good. Really lift your chest. Maybe you gaze up for more challenge. And see if you can squeeze your inner thighs towards each other as you wrap your right hip back. Full surrender moment here. Inhale. Hold the exhale. Steady breaths. Come back to center. Arms to sky. Twisting now to the right. Left arm forward, right arm back. Exalted warrior on your knee. Set your right hand to back thigh or half bind. And the left arm reaches up and back. Can you keep twisting your chest to the right as you soften the shoulder down? Breathe in. As you exhale, come back to the T of your arms. Open the chest. Take another breath in. Keep your twist. Draw your hands now to your heart. Prayer. Shift forward. Hook your left elbow over the right thigh. Prayer twist. Keep leaning crown of head forward. If you would like to tuck your back toes, lift your kneecap. That'll be the next layer. Bump your right hip crease back. Keep the pressure in your palms. Strong legs. You got this. Inhale. As you exhale, if your knee was lifted, set it back down. Back to your arms to the sky, low lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Half split. Bring your hands down, shift your hips back, and let's pop up onto that right heel as you flex the toes. You can use blocks here, or just come up onto your fingertips. Try to bring your heart forward as your hip creases extend back. So we have a nice long spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep your left hand under shoulder. Maybe you grab a block. Set it to the medium height. And now spin your toes to the right. We'll reach into a twist. Right arm up to sky. Try to stack your shoulders. Keep lengthening the left ribs in. Right arm to the sky. Lean back. Reach up. Inhale. And exhale, lizard. Hands to the inside of your right foot. Let's heel toe the right foot all the way out to the edge. And then I personally like to find a little bit of movement. Feel free to do the same. You can lower one elbow down to a block. If you're someone that enjoys a quad stretch or a little bit more advanced, start to reach the right arm up and back, and then you'll catch the pinky side of your left foot as you bend that knee and draw the heel in towards your glutes. Keep opening the right shoulder, head back as you lean the chest open. Breathing in. As you exhale, try to draw that heel a little closer. Ooh, I know it's juicy. And start to come out of this carefully. Hands to the inside of your foot. Tuck your toes, lift up your kneecap, and let's walk it over to the left. Steer the toes forward and parallel. If you had blocks, move them out of the way. Relax your belly, soften the chest. Make sure those toes are pigeon-toed or parallel. Really try to press firmly down through both balls of your feet, like you're pressing down on two gas pedals. Melt the crown of your head down. Lengthen the tailbone to the sky. Right hand comes to center. Inhale your left arm up. Let's get a twist. And here you can either circle the wrist again or find a half bind. Send your hand behind your back towards your right hip. Really rotate the left shoulder back as you gaze up. Stay for another breath in. And as you exhale, both hands down under shoulders. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Hands walk back to the right foot. Steer the foot forward. Crescent pose. You might scoot your back foot in a little bit. Rise up, reach up, find your balance. And see if you can bring all 10 toes to face forward. Bend both of your knees and even the back knee. If you feel really wobbly here, try to heel toe your front leg a little further to the right, and that'll help. Breathe in. As you exhale, shift your chest forward, airplane those arms. Good. Try to get as long as you can through your spine, tailbone back, and then spin your outer right hip back in towards your hip. Squeeze your armpits, shoulder blades together, crown of head lengthening. With control, rise back up, crescent pose, inhale. Cactus the elbows, exhale. You can gaze up for challenge. Inhale, arms to sky. Stork pose, left knee in towards your chest. Breathe in. Back to chair pose, feet together, bend your knees, hips back. Sit low. Inhale, straighten legs up. Hands to prayer. And we're going to work on tree now. So shift your weight all the way to the left foot. Bend your right knee to the side and attach your foot to ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Start with your hands in prayer, hips forward. Really attach your foot to your leg. Feel a little bit of pressure there. Eventually those arms and those branches, I should say, will start to float overhead. You might even move those branches if it's a windy day. Keep the steady focus forward, the chest evolving as you anchor that standing heel. Inhale. Exhale, foot lowers to Tadasana. Bring your left knee back in towards your chest. Breathe in. Take a big step back, crescent pose. That right knee is bent and in front. Twisting to the left, left arm forward, right arm back. Here's our exalted warrior, just like we did on our knee, but we're standing now. So right hand's gonna lower to back thigh, left arm up. Stay for 3. Can you gaze up 2? And tee the arms. Keep the twist. Sink a little bit lower into that right hip. Inhale. Bring your hands to your heart center, prayer. Lean forward. Hook your left elbow over right thigh. Now, if you do need to modify, you can lower that back knee, but try to stay here in the moment, crown of head forward. Hug your abs in. Pressure through the palms. Keep twisting to the right. Maybe arms separate away from each other. Next variation you can try. Back to crescent. Inhale, rise up. Warrior 2. Spin your back heel down. Tee the arms. Take a moment to land. Let's really bend our front knee and parallel the toes forward. Gaze just over your right fingertips. Arms in a T shape. And now keeping the same legs, reverse the warrior. Flip your right palm up, tilt your chest up and back, reach. As you exhale, extended side, reach forward, elbow to thigh or straight arm, stacking those shoulders. Again, reverse the warrior. Inhale, tilt up and back, lengthen. Like you're reaching for something. Exhale, extended side. Maybe you play with arm over ear. What does that feel like? Keep the back heel anchored. One more time, reverse the warrior. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Now stay in that reverse and just straighten your front knee. Reverse triangle, Trikonasana. Notice your shoulders and hips still open to the left edge of your mat. And then if you want to get into that calf, pick up the front right toes and see if you can drive that heel down. Keep reaching. Stay for one more inhale. And then as you exhale, tee the arms, engage the core. You can scoot your back heel in if you need to for triangle. Inhale, reach forward, bump your hips back. And then work the arms, hand to shin or ankle or block right behind the ankle. Try to stack your shoulders. And then pay attention to your back left hip. Can you send your left butt cheek towards the heel and then try to lengthen crown of head a little bit more forward. This is going to help open up the spine here. If we understand how to stack our joints and spin our inner thighs from our hips, these postures can become a lot more easy and more spacious. then start to gaze down. Rise back up to stand, straight legs, inhale. Star pose, spin your heels in, toes out. Take a big V for victory. As you exhale, hands to thighs, settle into the hips. You can take some free movement here. I like to sway. You can dip one shoulder forward, other shoulder back if that feels pretty good. Just a few rounds. Any movement that you need. And let's come back to star. Inhale, open up the arms, get as big as you can. Exhale, goddess. Let's bring our elbows in towards our waist. Sit really low. Try to track your knees over those ankles. Spin your inner thighs upwards. Keep your hips low. I know it's uncomfortable. Stay with your breath. Maybe you close the eyes. Really turn in. Sit in that fire. Get connected to your body, to the earth. And let's open up the eyes. Inhale, straight legs and arms. Spin your toes forward, hands to prayer. Now bending your left knee, so at the back edge of the mat, take a little side lunge. Now you can stay here, yogis, or let's take this into a skandasana. Bring your hands down, pivot the left toes to the back edge of the mat, and start to stretch the hips. You can also grab a block, place it under your hips at the medium height, and balance from here. This is a great option. And for those that are a little bit more bendy, let's reach our arms open, separating the hands, leaning towards that left side. Stay for one more inhale. And as you exhale, walk your hands back to right foot, come off of that leg. Steer the toes forward. Let's get a twist. So left hand stays down, reach your right arm up, circle the arm a couple times, up, back and around. You might reverse that circle, just add a little bit of movement, find that range of motion in your shoulders. Good. Now stack your shoulders, come onto the edge of your left foot, side plank. Step your foot to your left. Try to stack or stagger the feet. Keep lifting the bottom hip upwards, pressing into left palm. Hover your top leg up. Inhale. Now take a step behind and lower your hips down. Good. Lift up your hips. Inhale. Wild thing. Can you reach with your fingers? Open up the heart. Full stretch. And as you exhale, lower your hips down. If you came off of your yoga mat like me, scoot your hips back to the left. And we'll attach our foot now to the inside for half straddle. We'll take a little mini breather here, mini nap. Arms to sky, inhale. And then exhale, fold and soften. You can let your shoulders round and your belly relax here. Slow down your breath and the heart rate. And then we'll roll our chin and chest up. We'll side bend over to that left foot. Keep your left hand down. You can also bring left hand to your knee and see if you can try to catch the foot for a deeper angle. But if you're not there yet, no worries. And inhale, start to rise up. Set your right hand just by your hip. Give it a little bit of space though, so that you have room to move. And then keeping that left leg extended, start to lift your hips up. Inhale, stargazer. Really reaching out of that heel, out of the crown of head, fingertips, big expression. Take one more full breath in. It feels so good, right? And then exhale, lower the hips down. And then we're going to straighten the right leg. Reach the arms up, inhale, and Paschimottanasana, forward fold. It might be nice to grab a yoga block or two under the knees, maybe to the back of your foot for a little pressure. Pressing the shoulders away from the ears. Steady breaths in. Full exhales out. Release the block if you had a block. Come back up to your seat. You'll crisscross your legs. Take a tabletop and come into downward facing dog. We're facing the opposite way now for our left side. Here we go. Left leg up to sky. Inhale, three-legged dog. As you exhale, bend your knees, stack open the hip. Find a little bit of movement here. Circles, anything that feels delicious. And the side probably feels totally different, right? New side. And then back to three-legged dog. Left leg extends. Breathe in. Exhale, knee to nose. Really contract your belly. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee, right arm, twist. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee, left arm. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step forward, left foot by left thumb. Set your right knee down, low lunge. Find your balance, hips forward. You can adjust the front toes if you need to, and just take those little pulse actions back and forth. Pause back to the center, engage those inner thighs, and then elbows wide, find a cactus. And now float the palms down, gaze up. Stay for one more inhale. A slow exhale, hold. Arms to sky, breathe in. Twisting to the left, right arm forward, left arm back. Here's that exalted warrior. Left hand lowers, right arm reaches. You're here for 3. Keep the left knee parallel. 2. And tee the arms open. Crown of head tall. Draw your hands, keep the twist. Hands to prayer. Lean forward, hinging at the hips. Hook your right elbow over the left thigh. Good. You can stay here or start to tuck those back toes. Lift up your kneecap. Pray your twist in your lunge. Bump your left hip a little further back. Long, straight back knee. Crown of head lengthening. One more breath in. Patience. And as you exhale, lower the knee down with control. Arms back to sky. Breathe in. Half split. Take your hands down. Really draw the toes back. Pop up onto that left heel. Lengthen your heart forward as you reach your hips back. Take a few more breaths here. Maybe those elbows start to soften. Good. Keeping your right hand under shoulder, maybe fingertips down or a block. Start to spiral the chest to the left as you spin the toes left as well. Stacking those shoulders. Can you lean back? Open up the waist, the heart. Such a good IT band stretch, right? Inhale. As you exhale, lizard. Hands to the inside. Bend your front knee. Really heel toe the left foot all the way to the left edge. You can find that movement. Wiggle around. Do what you got to do for the next few breaths. You might even keep your toes tucked and your knee hovering. That could feel good too. Just play. Really getting into the psoas muscles here, hips. It's a very deep stretch. And if you did the quad stretch, go ahead, go onto this side, reach your arm up and back, and catch your foot as you draw the heel in. If you Lean your left foot over to the pinky side. That could feel really spacious for the chest and the hips as well. Stay for one more inhale. As you exhale, try to draw the heel a little closer. Release all of that. Hands back down, tuck your toes, lift your kneecap, walk over to the right. Fold your belly, your chest. Let it all release, any tension. Maybe shake your head yes and no a few times, or wiggle the hips. Now bring your left hand to center. Reach your right arm up. Open up here into a twist. You might circle the wrist or take another half bind or just stay where you are. Keep spiraling the chest upwards towards the sky, wrapping that right shoulder back. Breathing in. And as you exhale, hands lower under shoulders, half lift, lengthen the spine. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands to your left foot, steer the toes forward. Crescent pose, rise up, reach up, arms to sky. Crown of head tall. Can you bend your back knee and squeeze your inner thighs towards each other? Now as you exhale, tip the chest forward, lean forward, arms back. Get as long as you can. Bring your chest over the top of your thigh and energize that back heel. Keep grounding the feet, crown of head forward. Breathe. With control, rise up, reach up, find your balance, arms to sky. Cactus the elbows, find that luscious heart opener. Oh yeah, so good. Inhale, reach up. Right knee in towards your chest, stork pose. Find your balance all the way up onto that left leg. Really try to hug the left hip in towards the heel so that left side body is straight up. Chair pose, feet together, bend your knees, hips back. And this time if you want to sweep those arms back, find your balance, lift your heels again. Try that. Good, back to stand, mountain pose. Inhale. Tree pose, hands to prayer, bend your left knee, attach your foot to ankle or inner thigh. If you notice the bottoms of your feet a little bit wobbly, this is good. It's all of the muscles working, contracting to find that stillness and that balance. And lower your foot down. Tadasana. Bring your right knee back into your chest. Inhale. Take a big step back, crescent lunge. Hips forward. Now twisting back to the left. Right arm forward, left arm back. Can we sink the hips just a little bit deeper? Here's that exalted warrior. Left hand down, right arm up. Stay for 3, 2, and tee the arms open. Keep the twist to the left. Just draw your hands in towards your heart. Bring your chest forward as you hook your right elbow over the thigh. Here's that prayer twist. Keep a long spine. Pressure through the left ball of your foot and lengthen out of the back heel. Hug your left hip crease a little further back. Squeezing the legs towards each other. Inhale to rise. Nice work. Warrior 2. Spin the back heel down. Let's bend that front knee. Organize your feet. Gaze just over the fingers. And now keep your strong legs. Reverse the warrior. Flip left palm up. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, extended side. Elbow to thigh, right arm up. Keep it as a movement. Inhale, flowing up and back. Reverse. Exhale, extended side. Reach. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Stay right here. Just straighten out the front leg. Maybe you pick up those toes and flex out of the heel and the calf for 3. Keep your shoulders open to the right. 2. Nice side stretch and tee the arms. You can adjust your back foot in if you need to. Take a breath in as you bump your hips back, triangle. Can you firm up the heels and heavy them? Engage your left calf muscle. Squeeze your inner thighs and hug your left ribs a little further in towards your midline. Stack your shoulders nice and even and gaze up towards the sky to open up the chest. Inhale. Exhale, start to rise back up. Heels in, toes out. Arms to the sky, breathe in. Straight into goddess this time. Exhale. Now if you want to lift up your heels, test the balance, get into that fire a bit more, go for it. Sit a little bit lower. And inhale, straight legs. As you exhale, bring your hands to prayer. You'll bend your right knee this time. Hips back, and you can stay here or hands down, skandasana, all the way down with the hips, flexing the left toes. You can find balance, hands to prayer, or open the arms. Really lean into that right foot. Spread across the collarbones, so spacious. Doing great. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, let's walk our hands back to our front foot, bringing the toes forward. Let's get a twist, left arm to sky, circling of the arms, different directions, could be big or small. And we'll meet with those shoulders stacked. Breathe in. Come onto the pinky edge of your right foot. Step back, side plank. Keep hugging the ribs in. Now start to hover the top leg off. Keep balancing. Step behind. Take a seat. Lower your hips down. Wild thing. Here we go. Press into that hand. Lift your heart. Lift your hips all the way up. Let your chin and chest relax. Open up the throat. Inhale. Exhale. Lower the hips down with control. And if you are off the mat, let's scoop back on. Half straddle. Attach your foot to your right inner thigh. And inhale. Arms up. Exhale. Forward fold. And soften. Keep anchoring those hips steady into the earth, rounding the spine here. Trying to see if you can savor these slower moments, connection with your breath. Now start to roll your chin and chest up. We'll side stretch over to the right. Maybe hand comes to knee. And inhale, lift the chest. Stargazer, left hand by your left hip. Start to open up the chest, hips forward, reach, reach, reach. Full extension. Breathe in. And as you exhale, lower those hips down. You're going to bring both feet together now. Hands can be to ankles. And lift your heart, gaze up, breathe in. As you exhale, fold. I feel like we needed a hip stretch here, so much needed. Try to keep opening those hips with every breath. Now slowly bring your chin and chest up. Parallel your knees back together. And you can scoot forward on the mat if you were all the way back. Draw your heels in, reach forward, and lower down with control. One vertebra at a time. Walk your feet in towards your hips, bridge pose. Plant your palms down, or maybe grab those edges of the mat. Generally, you want your fingertips to be able to touch your heels. That's how far back the heels are. And then start to lift your hips up. Press the backs of your shoulders firmly into the mat. You can stay there. Keep the knees parallel. Start to roll the shoulder blades under now. Interlace your fingers, knuckles down. Engage your thigh muscles, your hips, backs of the thighs. Inhale, can you lift a little higher? Squeeze those butt cheeks. As you exhale, slowly roll the hips down, one vertebra at a time. You can take some little windshield wipers of your knees, side to side, let go. Any back tension. And second round, we'll set up the same. Let's bring our feet parallel by our hips. If you would like to move on to a full wheel pose, bring your hands by your shoulders now. Or repeat the bridge pose. Maybe block under your back. Press into your hands and your feet. And then pop all the way up into your full wheel. Make sure those knees are parallel. Gaze down. Big full stretch here. And slowly start to roll back down safely. You can knock your knees together. Bring your hands on your chest or your belly. And just pause, recover. Now bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Some little rocks maybe on the back, if that feels good. Let's come into a happy baby. Bring your hands through your legs to the outside grips of the feet. Flexing the toes back. And you can rock a little bit. And bring your knees to parallel. Feet lower down to the mat. Cactus the elbows, or just find a T shape. And just guide your knees now to the right for supine twist. Really stack your hips, knees. Gaze just to your left shoulder or up to the sky. Allow your eyes to soften. Allow your nervous system to just calm down after all of that flowing. And you'll slowly start to come back, knees to your chest. And set the feet down, cactus the elbows, and set your knees over to the left. Stacking your hip joints. Allowing the right ribs to just unravel. Slowly bring your knees back to parallel to your chest. Give yourself one last big squeeze. You can lift your chin and chest up, curl into a little ball. Stay here for 3. Stay here for 2. And Shavasana. Let it all release. Bring your legs down. Take up all the space that you need to get comfortable. You can invite any props like a bolster, a blanket, or towel over your eyes. And let's take a slow, full breath in here. And as you exhale all the air out, sigh it out. You're now in your Shavasana. And close your eyes. Really turn your awareness back in for these next few minutes. Take the time to listen to the breath and all the wisdom it holds. Allow your body to relax. And bring your awareness back in. Please stay here at least another few minutes. Really take your time. And I just wanted to say a quick thank you. Thank you so much from my heart to yours for taking the time today to practice with me. I had so much fun flowing with you, and I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.